Well, this is an interesting start to day 40. We're peeling off. Hey everybody, welcome to day 40. And we are at the Solomon Gulch, or Solomon, hold on. So, yeah, Solomon Gulch Hatchery. Out here to see the salmon, and this is a two-part day. So it's 6:10 in the morning. The tide's supposed to be up, and so they said to come at high tide. So 6:10 this morning, like 6:30 this evening, we're planning to be out here, and I'm not down there yet, but. So it's named after Solomon Lake, which is up on top of the hill. Beautiful waterfall right there. You see? And we're going to start by just doing the tour. And it's a self-guided tour. Petra, by the way, is over getting pictures of the sea lions that are waiting for breakfast. We got more of these guys. So you park over there, and you can do this. We came by last night just to see how it worked. You can, it doesn't matter if the hatchery's open or not. You can do the outside tour regardless, and the viewing area for the salmon and everything is all open to the public, so it doesn't cost anything. You can just walk up there, and you can normally, so everybody kind of lines up in this area. And last night when we came by, man, there must have been, I don't know, 20 sea lions out here. You know, some sitting further out, some closer. Just feeding on salmon, but we didn't see the salmon running the way we had kind of thought it would be. So that's why we thought, well, we'll come out at high tide and see how this works. So anyway, one big thing, you cannot fish within 300 feet. Now, I will tell you, a lot of locals are fishing at 301 feet. I guarantee you that. And then they have this self-guided tour, and you can see we're here. We're going to walk, well, we'll walk down the around here and turn around, but this is the area right here. And you don't see the salmon jumping up like I would have thought. I'm holding this here for the sea lions, they kind of go under, and they'll grab a salmon and come up with one. I know there's two sea lions out here right now, and then that goes up under the bridge there. So anyway, this walkway is part of the hatchery tour, I guess. You just go up, you come over, and you go in there. So let's get over that way and see if we see anything else. We just came from over there. We're just walking along. I'm going to read up on this now. I'd like to know what this is all about. Walking up here. There's one of our sea lions. There's a picture over there. I'm starting to think the evening high tide is a better time, and we'll be out here this evening too, so hopefully there's some better video coming up. I figure at least we'll get this visitor piece done on the hatchery, and then we can concentrate on the wildlife maybe this evening. All right, so doing a little reading. So where we had just seen all those breaks in the water inside the concrete here, it's 29 steps, and the salmon will come in and they'll come up those 29 steps up here and get into these tanks here where they spawn. So the hatchery requires 400,000 pink salmon to fill the incubators. That's crazy. Anyway, that ladder, the way it's designed, you can see it right there with that little window, so the fish can come up and rest right behind that piece right there if they need to, and then it keep coming up. But 29 of those steps, and it's gradually going up. It's tough to tell, I know, on camera, but you're lower down there than you are up here. Here it kind of shows on the picture the fish coming through, and they can kind of take a break in between. It says that each day they get about 20,000 fish into the system for spawning. That's crazy. Anyway, so then over here, this is where the gate there, that's where the salmon come in. But the waterfall and this whole area, you see the sea line right there. This is prime dinner area, evidently. So last night, there's a bunch of sea lion. If you follow us on TikTok, I posted a video, just a 40-second video of a bunch of sea lions out here, you know, just waiting on dinner. It was funny. What we know so far, we're still waiting. We got folks hanging out here. Over here, but we've reached high tide, and the tide, I'm thinking it's not enough for the salmon to get over the reef there. And they're still out here. I mean, hard to see on the camera, I'm sure, but we see their fins popping up, and they're all right there. Like some got over right here. Oh, then we got, what's up, buddy? He does not like that I'm near the spot. Yeah. There's another one out there. But it doesn't seem like the salmon are getting up here. We'll give it another couple of minutes. So I've moved a little away. That's the hatchery right there. These are the salmon there. You can see them popping up. They're all out here. waiting on the tide. See where the seagulls are there? That rock area. Waiting on the tide to get over that cliff and get into the hatchery, which is where they were born, and they all know to come back here to lay their eggs before they die. It's great. I'm gonna try breakfast at a place called the Potato. Been a nice day. We're kind of checking off the things off our list. We did do, you've seen already the hatchery this morning. We're going back this evening. It seems like this evening, the evening one is a better one, and the tide is supposed to be higher, so that should help us get more footage with the wildlife there. Hopefully see the salmon making their run. As you can tell, it's not raining, so that feels pretty good. We did the visitor center, got some information there, nothing crazy. We have a couple trails we're looking at. We are actually right outside what we call Old Town, or what they call Old Town Valdez, and we're going to go down here. This is where the town was. This I guess Valdez, the original gold strike up here was in Valdez, and everybody came here, and 1964 earthquake, and then after the earthquake, the town basically decided, hey, we need to move because the ground wasn't good enough to support all the foundations, because it was just really soft, and there was still a threat of another quake, because it's right near a fault line. And anyway, so the old town, there's really not much of anything there, but we wanted to at least go down and kind of see what is there. I guess they put some plaques, and the harbor has some pieces still there, so we're going down to see. So they have set up a walking tour, and it'll show a picture of what was there at the time, that kind of thing. And some places they have, like this is Hobart Street, and this is what was here. March 27, 1964, Good Friday, and I think the number I heard was 32 people passed away, died. Most of them on the dock. I don't know if it was this dock or this one, but there was a ship in the dock, and in the movie they talked about how it just went down because the earthquake, I guess, was right in here. Went down like 40 feet or something, and then the ship came back up with the water, and it was horrendous. So we came down Alaska Avenue. We're actually parked right here, right there. We're gonna walk down to the dock here, just see what it looks like now. Or maybe not. So we were up at that intersection, started to walk down, but there was a huge mud puddle there that covered the whole road, so we decided to utilize the Jeep and drive down. So we're down to here, and it's interesting. I was just thinking as we come up here to the old dock, 1964. Not that long ago. There's still people living that lived in this town when the earthquake hit and everything went to crap. And I just thought that because one of the cars sitting at the end, there was two older gentlemen there, and there are probably people that come visit here that used to live in this town before everything happened. So just something to think about. I mean, I was 4 years old, so just a couple years older than me, and you still have memories of this whole thing. And at the visitor center, the gentleman had said there's people that were kids that still remember it, and, talk about it, things like that. So anyway, let me cheer up a little bit. So this is what we get, and we're still not seeing the top of these mountains here around Valdez. The new town is way down there. Probably see the buildings, I would think, but you see the mountains behind it and to the left. And this, we're coming up on the old dock down here. You can see it. I've seen this at the museum, a picture of this piece of machinery that was left. And that's the other piece. So there's two docks down here. That was the other one there. And then this one, we'll walk down here. Some of the dock here. A lot of the houses, they burned down after. Some people actually moved their whole house to the new town. They showed some video of that. But a lot of the houses, once they got everything out, they just burned up to the ground. All right, still heading to the dock. Okay, so interestingly, this area right here, so this is Old Town. We know that New Valdez is there, or actually Valdez, but there. You can see some ships out here. It's a cruise ship over there. The ferry comes into there from Whittier. You can see the mountains out there. Interestingly, let's start here. So the blue buildings in the distance, that's the hatchery where we were this morning and will be this evening. And then when you're driving the hatchery road, it dead ends. It's a security thing there. We didn't know what it was, and then we found out this morning it's the terminus of the Alaska pipeline. Comes down, and you can see all the storage buildings for oil. Ships come in and go out from there, which we didn't realize till we were told that this morning. In our quest to visit all the food places here, we are coming to a place called the Fat Mermaid. The picture went in ahead of me.
Well, here's the thing. I forgot.
She went that way.
I made a wrong turn, so we ended up further.
What a view. We got done at the Fat Mermaid, just kind of took a little side road up here. We're on this bridge that was questionable, so we just wanted to come up and get the view. Beautiful. All right, we're back. It's about 15 minutes till 8. High tide's supposed to be at 8:10. And I can tell you the tide's already higher now than it was this morning. You can see Got more folks here wanting to watch this hole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seals, sea lines already. Let's see if we can see the salmon coming up this time. Well, we don't seem to have any luck. We know there's salmon in there because every now and then a sea lion comes out with one, but catching them on film sometimes they come up and down. But here's what we got. We got little boy hanging out right down here, and then they're in there. See, one just popped up. You see, there's another. There's 2 more popped up. There's one over there. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 just bobbing out there. I'm not sure what they're doing. There's one out by the water, where the water's coming out. Another one there. So it's hard to keep count because they'll go under. They'll be under for a while. I like how this popped out. So we're going to go on the other side to see if we can see anything. What we don't see is the salmon. Every now and then a sea lion will come up with a salmon in his mouth, but we don't really see him jumping up the waterfall or anything like is what you expect to see. We know they're out here because, like I said, the sea lions come up with them, but they're pretty deep in the water. You don't see them up higher, and the tide's definitely higher now than it was this morning. Just not having any luck, I guess. Coming around, we got the big guy there. Well, oh, just went back. Here he is again. Oh, we got a couple of them right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at 10 right now. Well, with that, I think we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye to the Solomon Gulch Hatchery. Where it was disappointing we didn't get the salmon running the river there. It was, I mean, we got to see a lot of sea lions feeding on salmon that were just deeper in the water. So that was pretty cool. We almost started to get numb to it. We've just seen it so many times now, over and over, you know, where they catch salmon and bring them up. So anyway, I think see what Petra's up to over here. See something. What are you looking at?
Otter. You went just by there again.
Oh, the otters.
Little guy. Yep.
Just one?
Yep.
The one?
I think up there is another one.
Huh. Yeah. So we've seen a few otter, a lot of sea lions, a couple salmon, not enough to make a dent in anything.
Saw a salmon and the sea lions now.
Yeah. Yeah, most salmon we've seen were on the way down, but
Yeah.
anyway, so we're gonna wrap up today. Gotta look, you can still,
Yeah.
and that's Valdez over there.
You show the mountain.
Yeah, seen them earlier today.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup they have here. And like I was just saying, we say, well, we just seen a bunch of sea lions over and over again. It gets boring, but
It's not boring, but
it's not
Yeah.
what we came to
Throwing
see.
a bear or anything, you know?
The otter was exciting.
Yes.
Anyway,
We
All
sound
right,
like
so
we see it every day now. So.
that's going to do it for day 40. The next thing will be tomorrow, day 41. We got a couple little hikes planned. The weather's supposed to turn bad again, so
Yeah, we'll see.
what we get.
Maybe
All
we'll
right.
combine some.
Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.
All right.